Hello and welcome to Rejects Cycling Team episode 6. Today is one of my favorites, the Spring Classics. In today's episode, we will be taking on Omloop het Nieuwsblad, Kuurne Brussels Kuurne, Royal Bernard, Drummay Classic. We have Van Ardèche, and then La Samin. Those 5 races, and if it's going short, maybe we'll do Strada and GP Jean-Pierre Monser, but we'll definitely do these 3 Belgian races and 2 French races. If you're new to the series, the Reject Cycling Team is where we take all the cyclists that at the beginning of the season did not have a team. Since then, riders like Navarro, Stefan Rosetto, Mikel Rime, Michael Paluta have all found teams, but at the beginning of the season, none of them had teams, so they're the Reject Cycling Team. And then at the end of every season, when we're recruiting for dossiers, we can only take riders that at the end of the whole thing, have not been picked by any other team. So we will have rejects through and through, and that's how we're going to run things here. So the first race we have is Omloop het Nieuwsblad. Our team for this race is Julien Vermote. He isn't the best at cobbles, but he has a bit of a sprint, a bit of hills, so maybe he'll make it to the finish. Breakaway, he's pretty good all-rounder. Corentin Referal, he's got some cobble ability, at least for our team. Drummay, who's got some cobbles and sprint, although he doesn't have much climbing, but there's not that many hills. Miku Rime, who's about the same as Drummay, except a little bit faster. Julien Vermote, who's our best cobbler at 72, and he's got good secondaries as well. And Julien Vermote, good cobble, good secondaries, and he's one of our best. He's the best climber on this team. It's -1 race day condition because of weather, and Mikel Rime has a little bit of a virus here, but it says he's fit to race, so I'll go with him anyways. Let's see what we can do. So here we are at the beginning of Omloop het Nieuwsblad. We're going to try the breakaway with Jérôme Bagens. We have Yuri Holman and Leonard Basso with us, but that didn't seem to work. Oh, it's just a big group of 9. Up here we have Lucas Wisniewski, Matteo Jorgensen, Timon Arnesman, but it doesn't look like they're going to let this go, so I'm going to sit up and then put in a little dig. Maybe I can get a gap with Matteo Jorgensen. I guess we'll see. That didn't work. We might go with Guillaume van Kiesburg here. I think that's probably a pretty good plan. Put Bagens on protecting Grega Bola. It's probably going to be Bola and Miku Rime who are our leaders. Maybe Vermote. We'll see. But it looks like those are probably going to be our leaders, and it looks like we might be getting a gap with Wisniewski, Valet, and Timon Arnesman. Bert de Backer trying as well, but they really don't want a breakaway here. Yuri Holman and Remy Cavagna bring back Bert de Backer. So it looks like it will be a group of 4, unless these guys catch us. These 5, Batiste, Lemoyne, Jorgensen, Postelberger, and Lenny Basso, but they're just caught by the field. One rider off the back to start, that is Sasha Modolo. He probably crashed. But yeah, just getting Omloop het Nieuwsblad underway. Trying to get into the break, but the peloton is being very stingent with the amount of riders it's allowing here. And 8 riders are now up the road, but it doesn't look like Jumbo-Visma or EF or De Koenig want that to happen, so this might all be brought back after all this effort. Yeah, it will be. So we're going to have to attack again with Guillaume van Kiesburg, go with Loic Vliegen, and I'll update you on how the situation turns out. Okay, so it looks like a breakaway is pretty firmly established. We have 8 guys up the road. They keep attacking for whatever reason, but they're not committed to them. But we have Brent Van Moor, I don't know. Ladagnu is attacking the breakaway with 120 kilometers to go. Good for you. You're just wasting your energy. But anyways, we have Postelberger, Luc Vliegen, Levens, Jelle Valais, Bert Van Moor, Ladagnu, who cannot stop attacking, and Nico Denz. So we're definitely we're probably one of the weaker riders, but we'll do our best here. We have some cobbled ability with Van Kiesboek. This group really doesn't like each other, but it seems like, oh no, Latignu, you just can't let it go. But once we start getting to the climbs, we'll see how the race is going from there. So with 70 kilometers to go, one of the strongest riders statistically on the breakaway, Levens, has been dropped, which is very surprising. But Van Kiesboek is honestly looking pretty good. Pace is up on that little climb. Poor Sasha Modelo is 10 minutes down. He was never let back in. Some other riders going off the back. And the cobbled and the hard parts are starting. Our worst domestiques are just starting to lose energy in Bagens and Corentin Hermenal. So we continue to push on with Van Kiesboek. And it's a pretty strong breakaway. We have a 1 minute gap and still lots of the big climbs to come. Latignu attacks with 53 kilometers to go. The man is in an attacking spirit, and Van Kiesboek is just trying to measure his effort, trying not to blow up too early, but we probably should not have let this move of 4 strong riders go. Van Kiesboek will keep trying to bring him back, but oh, there, Valais wants to help maybe? Come on, Valais, help me. There we go. Yellow Valais looking to help me out. Same with Brent Van Moor. And there's a split in the field. 50 riders off the back. Timothy Dupont, possible winner. Adrien Petit. Some strong guys, maybe not for the win, but definitely for top 10s. Being dropped. Edvald Bosenhagen. Let's see who else. Yeah, Petit Bosenhagen. Debusharef, Adam Budu. So, some strong riders being distanced. And I'm not sure if they're going to get back or not. Doesn't look like it. So let's see. Okay, we're back with Van Kiesboek. We've had Brent Van Moor dropped. We have some of our weaker domestiques. They're starting to go. And it looks like the breakaway is not going to survive, as it only has a minute gap. And we are not looking great on energy. It's James Whelan for Education First. Really puts on the gas. Tom Van Asbroek. Nathan Van Hooydonk crash in the peloton. We're going to rearrange our protection as well. So we got our most important riders accounted for. These guys are pretty much done. Van Kiesboek still trying his best to survive, but doesn't look too promising with 50 seconds and 40 kilometers, and he's basically no energy. I don't think we're going to win this stage with Guillaume Van Kiesboek, or win this race. And there we go, Loic Vliegen puts the last nail in the coffin, I should say, for Van Kiesboek. I guess we catch up, but we're going to be dropped here. And also, we are dropped from the peloton, so I should probably pay attention. Yeah, let's get a little train in order here, and let's try and bring this back together, as none of our riders made the very front group. Okay, Julien Vermote, come on. Come on, Vermote. Okay, we're going to have you protect. Come on, wait. Nomea is done. We're trying to get the bulk of our team up here, but it's not looking too great. Van Kiesboek is going to try and help bring it back as well. We have Casper Asgreen as well to help, but I'll update how this goes in a little while. So we have made it back with 25 kilometers to go. I think we're going to go for Gregabola here, as it looks like it's going to be probably a little bit too hard for Mikel Reim. Yeah, let's just get him to the front. Julien Vermote is probably done. It's group of 48. We had Fernando Gaviria. He's working hard. Honestly, I think he could probably survive and win this race, but Gaviria on the front. We have, who else do we have here? We have Alexander Kristoff, Seneschal, Betial, Van Marke, Stuyven, so lots of the big cobble contenders. And then our humble Mikel Rime and Greg Abola, and I actually decided to go for Mikel Rime because he might be able to win in a sprint, but then again, it's probably just smarter to go for Greg Abola, so I'll be smart. Puncture by Philipsen, that's huge. One of the best sprinters, I'd say, in this field, although he will get back pretty quickly. So that's not too big of a deal for him. As Sonny Colbrelli is on the offensive, Donovan Popple as well. See if this race holds together. We're doing a pretty good job of being near the front. And Greg Abola is our leader. Oh, Julien Vermote, poor guy. He falls. Remy Cavagna is trying to bring this together here, as we have Sonny Colbrelli and Jasper Stuyven who find themselves off the front. We're gonna not be on the front. I wasn't trying to, but I guess we'll set a little bit of a pace here with Bolle and Mikel Rime. Just trying to keep up is Greg Abola. Just trying not to get dropped. Let's try and stay with the group. We're just not fast enough. Greg Abola just doesn't have what it takes to stay with the front group. We were going 99 and still falling behind. But we'll do our best from this group. Let's use the gel. Mikel Rime is also done. Yeah, we're here with Asgreen, Hofstetter, Kristoff, Ballerini, Matthews, so I consider it a success anyways. And it's slightly downhill all the way to the finish, so hopefully Bola doesn't get dropped here. Just hang on, Grega. You can do it. I believe in Grega Bola. We have Stuyven and Colbrelli still away, then a group of 4 with Koen, Seneschal, Stibar, and Alberto Betial. Bob Jungels getting dropped. We're still at the back, and we're in the fight for the podium technically, but I don't think we have enough energy to even sprint. We're just struggling to hold on here. Same with Michael Matthews, Asgreen, and Van Marke, as all these attacks are just hurting Bola so badly. And we're about to come to the finish, and Bola's not going to even have anything to sprint, and we get dropped. Almost. Yeah, and there it goes. Matthews, Stibar, Jungels, Van Marke, and Asgreen all get dropped. No one has any gas left, though, as they all hold up. We try and come around. Greg Abola will get a top 15. Maybe even 14th? But we just weren't quite as good as everyone else here, very understandably. Greg Abola, well, 16th is what we will get. The top 20 in Omloop het Nieuwsblad. I will take it. I mean, look at the competition ahead of us. It's all very well-known riders, and then you just have Greg Abola. So you can't be upset with it. Miku Rime, 23rd, isn't bad. And let's move on to the next classic. Here we are at the Royal Bernard Drummay Classic. It is a hilly parkour with like 3 major hills and then 1 little hill at the end. And again, our team just hates rain, especially Stefan Rosetto. Rosetto, he lives in France, or at least he's from France, but he can't stand rain at all. So Rosetto just doesn't want to race, but I told him he has to. So Rosetto's going to race, even though he doesn't like it. But Jay McCarthy is actually the favorite for this race. Rybashenko, Pratis, Capiot, and Gibbons, and Chris Nealons are the main 6 favorites. So who knows? Maybe we can get a win here. That'd be very exciting. Let's see what we can do. Okay, here we are in France, and Jay McCarthy's just on a -1. Rosetto, as expected, hates racing in the rain, but he's gonna have to deal with it. We have Leo Vincent, who's actually quite good today. And then our last leader is probably going to be Lionel Quintero. He also has a bit of a sprint. I don't think we're going to send someone in the breakaway. I mean, maybe we'll try and get Robbie Hucker in the breakaway. But if that doesn't work out, it's no big deal. We'll go from the peloton, as we do have one of the favorites, so we don't need to be reliant on being in the breakaway today. Let's see what we can do. They're trying to get away. Please don't care. Please don't care. They do care. Come on, Garnelec. Why are you so mean? Okay, Thibaut Garnelec doesn't want to be nice to us. Very unfortunately, I'm very sad. Hopefully, Rain Drummay can bridge up to that group. Come on, Rain. Do it. Bridge up to them. Okay. He will. And then hopefully we can... we don't have enough energy to attack here. So maybe let's go with Lionel. No, he's not in position. Dah. We don't have enough. I want to attack. Okay, go anyway. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to anyone who says you can't do anything. You can do it. You can attack, Robbie Hucker. Come on. Thibaut Garnelec, you're my least favorite person. Okay, well, Thibaut Garnelec just wants to make me very sad, so it doesn't look like we're going to be in the breakaway today. Unless, out of nowhere, Robbie Hucker surprises everyone. Nelson Oliveira, or Ivo Oliveira, my bad. Please, please, it's just Robbie Hucker. Okay, I give up. There's a 23 rider breakaway, which is kind of ridiculous. We should have got in on this. And that's pretty dangerous, to be honest. So we're going to have to set some chasers. So Stefan Rossetto, Olsen, I don't know, we'll go all in. And Alexei Rybalkin, you all work. Hucker, protect McCarthy. And Quintero, protect Vincent. And finally, we are settled. So here we are starting the second of the 4 climbs, 4 major climbs. Olsen had a crash, so he's way out the back, but we have Rossetto and Rybalkin still pacing on the front. All is good. The breakaway, although the breakaway has a dangerously large gap, so maybe that part isn't as good, but we'll push pretty hard here with Rossetto and Rybalkin. We're just going to sit on the front with Stefan Rossetto, and then when he's done, actually no, we're going to sit on the front with Alexei Rybalkin, and Rossetto will go after him. So these two will hopefully make that gap to the breakaway not so scary, as we have a good rider in Jay McCarthy, who's kind of perfect on this last little bit of terrain with his really good hill stat, and it's just like a tiny steep hill. So we're hoping to do something here, but if we're going to do anything, we got to chase that 23 rider breakaway with our small and shrinking team. Stefan Rossetto, come on. He's a decent descender, and not as good today, but he will just keep pushing it on the descent, hopefully keep trying to bring that gap down, but I'm afraid the breakaway might win today. We're actually going to get a whole train set up, just so we're ready to really go, because I'm afraid the breakaway is going to win, so we're going to really try and put a pace down. Rossetto keeps going. Benjamin Thomas, City, and Champouzet, so some good riders possibly for the win, are at the back. I thought that was Peter Sagan. Nope, it's just Yuri Sagan. Stefan Rossetto still hammering it, and he's even split the peloton, which might not even be a good thing. We need all the firepower we can get. But Rossetto keeps putting the hammer down as best as he can to try and bring back those 3 minutes, but with only 20 kilometers left, we're really going to have to close that gap quick. Rybalkin, done. Rossetto, done. So we're losing men very quickly, and we're down to only four guys. We're going to go to 88 for Robbie Hucker. We're going to need a lot of help from UAE. They've been the other team mainly contributing. But Hucker with his 72 hill will keep trying to bring this gap down. The best riders in the breakaway are Alexis Reynar, Milan Menton, Berwick. It's not even a very good breakaway, which is why it's so sad that they're going to win. It's not like there's anyone super good in there, but yeah, they got such a big gap. Mikkel Bjerg, come on. This is going to take a miracle at this point to catch him. Come on, Robbie Hucker. You're strong. So we have Hucker, Quintero, Vincent, and Jay McCarthy, and hopefully the help of Team UAE with Mikkel Bjerg. But yeah, it's not looking great for us. We'll just keep pounding an 88 as best we can, maybe even a 90. We're desperate. So we're about to go to Lionel Quintero. Just right about now. So Now it's Quintero, and we're down to 3 riders. The gap is still over 2 minutes, so I think the breakaway has won this race. It looks like Tobias Ludvigsen, Eliatti, just having fun. Marco Brenner. I probably shouldn't have let a 23 rider break go, but we did our mistake. Oh, is there a big crash? No, it's just one rider. Milan Menton has crashed out of the breakaway, so now instead of fighting for 24th, we are fighting for 23rd. Let's go. Come on, Quintero. Bring back this group of 9. There's been a split in the breakaway, which is probably good. Gives them less firepower. The peloton's also splitting. But yeah, there's just not enough road. We left it too late, and the breakaway is going to win this stage. There's really not much of a point anymore. Fighting for 23rd in a Drummay Classic is not very impressive. So we're just kind of going to go crazy with Leo Vincent. Desperate times. Calls for Leo Vincent going 99. And then we're going to start sprinting up this hill. And then Jay McCarthy is going to start sprinting as well. But it will be too late. The winner of Royal Bernard Drummay Classic is Tobias Ludvigsen. You love to see it. The Swede ahead of Eliatti, Gaillard, Josh Van and I think it was Guglielmi as well. Or no, it was Thomas Champion. But yeah, it's not great for Jay McCarthy. He was gonna win too. It's so sad. We get 23rd, but you know, should have caught the breakaway. And yeah, it's just a little bit disappointing. So here we are at Kuurne Brussels Kuurne, our first objective of the season. We want a top 10, and it is a bit of cobbles, but probably going to be a sprint to the finish, I would assume. And for that, we have Mikkel Rime as our leader with Nomea, Van Kiesbeek, Vermote, Ermenal, Bolle, and Bagens. Same team we had for Omloop. And we are not one of the favorites, that is Magnus Kort, Danny Oss, and Gianni Moscon. But I would just like to point out the total silliness of the magazine page in Pro Cycling Manager. Interview of Jérôme Bagens, not even one of our leaders in this race. And he's prepared a lot. He came to win. He's not even a leader. He's got a great team with him. I mean, not really. We're probably one of the lower level teams. The profile suits me well. You're not a sprinter, and you're not very good at cobbles, so I don't think so. And then he's convinced that Artem Levens is going to be his toughest opponent. It's going to be Bagens versus Levens, and Levens isn't even on the favorites page. So, absolute genius stuff. And also, Rime is focused this season on this race, and he'll be one of the riders to watch on important stages. It's a one-day race, so, I mean, there's only one stage. He put a coin on Miku Rime. I mean, it's just a great magazine page. What else can you say? After that Royal Bernard Drummay Classic, I am probably going to put a rider in the breakaway as much as I can in these one-day races, because I'm going to be paranoid that they're going to survive. It's sad Miku Rime is on a bad day. He was probably our leader. Now it's probably Nomea. Van Kiesbeek is always a very solid rider himself. And Jérôme Bagens, I think, is going to be our other leader. We have Vermote trying to make it in the breakaway. Lowski doesn't want to, or Edviti doesn't want to work with us. So we'll let all these guys catch us, and hopefully we can actually be in the breakaway. That would make me very happy. Because otherwise the breakaway is going to win, and I'm not going to be in it, and I'm going to be sad. And now it's caught, and now I'm sad. But we'll attack anyway. Julien Vermote is determined to be in this breakaway, no matter what. Come on, Luis Moss, pull through. Let's go. Okay, maybe now we'll be in the break. We have minute 29, 2 minutes, and I think we've got it. It could be a group of 15, which is enough riders to possibly win. So, I'll see how this goes. We're starting the approach in the exciting part of this race, and there is, I think 5 or 6 or 7 climbs or so, something like that. Vermote is just chilling in this breakaway. Other good riders in here are Edviti, Arnesman, Van Hooydonk, Brunel, Vingsten, and Michael Schar. So about his level, I'd say. And we start the first climb. Just gotta be careful. Don't want to get dropped. That seems to happen to me quite a bit when I'm in the breakaway. I'm not the best at this, but you can't get better unless you keep doing it. So Julien Vermote has survived the first climb, and climbing is one of his specialties, so maybe we will even make it a little difficult here. Let's see. Okay, we have Toonart, the cyclocross guy, I'm pretty sure, putting some pressure on the front. Michael Schar, Tiemann Arnesman. Vermote is in it right now. He's in it to win it, and he's hanging with the big boys, seeing what he can do. Yeah, so we'll relay at a pretty high tempo here, probably like 80 or something, up this cobbled climb. Let's make sure to really put the hammer down, but I will update you once we get to probably the end of these climbs. The Ode de Querimont is coming up, one of the biggest climbs, and we're going to try and put some pressure on it with Julien Vermote here. We've already dropped 4 riders from the breakaway. See what else we can do, as it's coming up probably just around this corner. Julien Vermote is going to go 85, maybe even 86, try and break some of these guys. Louis Mas, Alexis Brunel get up, but I think we'll just probably drop them again. Vermote is too strong. Him and Nathan Van Hooydonk. Come on, 90. Let's push it. Vermote really going. Brunel gone. Or it looks like we're going to drop Remy Mertz. Deporter. Let's go. We're creating a select group here. And don't let Van Hooydonk get away. And we don't, so successful Ode de Querimont. We will go 65, and it is a group of 5 with Ludovic Roybits, Nathan Van Hooydonk, Arnesman, and Mickey Schar. So I like where we are right now, and Begins just got dropped. One of the pre-race favorites, totally just getting dropped because he is so talented. Yeah, I really don't like his chances here, so we'll try and help Stefan Bissiger. Oh, Valgren got dropped as well, so EF isn't very happy about that. But anyways, it's a 46 rider peloton, and we have 3 of the riders in it. Ermanol, I mean, I guess you can try and help. Miku Rhyme, you can try and help. Just want to get another solid rider in with Jérôme Bagens, and I think, oh, we're so close. Look at how close we are. Okay, we got to pay attention though with Vermote. Don't want to get blindsided here. But yes, Bagens gets back, and let's go protect Van Kiesboek. So, okay, we did our job there. Ermanol done. Mikuman done. And just keep these guys at the front. Vermote continuing to do just what we need him to do in this breakaway of now 11 riders. Bagens looks to be struggling a little bit, so use his gel, and let's see how this race shapes up. So with 27 kilometers to go, I'm not sure if the breakaway actually could win this or not. We have attacks by Toonart, Finkstein, and Mickey Schar, but we have around 2 minutes, and I don't know. I mean, the peloton's really pushing, but it's not looking too bad. Nomea is done. Our team's so dead. Guillaume Van Kiesboek is the only one who's going to have anything for a sprint. And it looks like this breakaway is even coming back together. We're working pretty well, even though they did attack. So maybe I'm a genius. That's all I'm saying. I shouldn't have used my gel. I just instinctively did that for really no reason. Oh, but the gap's really hurting now. But then again, there's no chase. All of a sudden, the chase dies down, and it looks like we have a chance again. Tiemann Arnesman currently at the front, working hard. Let's try and contribute 75 as Tim de Klerk goes off the front, the tractor, going for glory by himself. We need the Tim de Klerk to come and power this breakaway, as we might be fading a little bit, as this has been a hard Kuurne, Brussels-Kuurne. Mickey Shar on the front, and Vermote, I think, he doesn't have a great sprint, but he is enough, I think, to get a podium if we time it right. So, yeah, who's the best sprinters in this group? Let's see. So we have, oh, it's not great. Wow. Well, there's really no sprinters in this group, so we could honestly even win. And with a minute to go, and 6.5 kilometers, Julien Vermote from the breakaway. Come on, this would be legendary. We cannot let any attacks go. We have to be so alert. I have my finger on the pause button, just in case anyone decides to try and be sneaky with it. But yeah, a minute 14, and I think that's enough. So, Vermote should have his chance. The tractor's not going to catch us either. 3.4 kilometers left. I think we have enough to start going 85. Yeah, we have enough to go 85. So, we're not surprised by any attacks. Let's just try and get Vermote in a good position. Oh, there goes Daniels. But we got to focus on the most important rider. And that is Julien Vermote. Opens up a sprint on the right. Toonarts in the middle. Shar on the left. And coming around the left-hand side is the Manoler VT. Oh, Vermote doesn't have it. Oh, I really thought we could win there. Vermote has enough for 5th place. He just ran out of energy. And it will be Michael van der Hout to win Kuurne, Brussels-Kuurne. What is this? Ahead of Remy Mertz, Christoph Finkstein, Emmanuel Viti, Vermote, and Mickey Shar. Van Kiesbeek does good enough for a top 20. That was a hard sprint. I mean, that was a little bit uphill, I feel like. But wow. Yeah, it really sapped the energy, like, immediately. We went with 1K, we faded just a bit. We probably shouldn't have gone 85 there. But top 5 is still very good in Kuurne, Brussels-Kuurne. We get our objective, and we walk home satisfied. Here we are in Vaanardèche, the second French classic. We have Rossetto, McCarthy, Hucker, Rebalkin, Vincent, Olsen, and Quintero. The same team we had last time. Rossetto hates the weather, but I guess slightly less every single day. Our team hates the weather at this point. Benoit Gonafoy is the favorite. Diego Ulisi, Higuita, and then Jay McCarthy. So, who knows? We can hope for a good result, but we are putting someone in the breakaway, whether anyone else likes it or not, because 2 of the 3 races so far, the breakaway has won in these classics. So we're going to put one of our stronger riders in the breakaway. That's not McCarthy. They won't let him go. But that's the strategy, because if you can't catch it, then just join it. Let's see. So we have Olsen on a -4 near the front is not even going to do anything from the breakaway. Vincent actually might just be our leaders. No, McCarthy's still probably good enough. I want Lionel Quintero or Hucker or Rebalkin, but they aren't having much fun, so they're just near the back. Hopefully the breakaway takes a long time to Gesbear, come on. Well, they're starting early. Hopefully we can get one of our 3 guys I want up there soon, but no, they keep attacking. Stop it. It's going to be like a 26 rider breakaway, and then there's going to be nothing I can do. Okay, Olsen, just go on the front. Keep this so it doesn't get out of hand. Actually, no, Rebalkin, you're doing a great job. I'm so proud. Okay, Olsen, stop. Robbie Hucker, honestly, just go. They don't care. Lionel Quintero, you can wait. And then Olsen protects McCarthy, and maybe we'll get 2 riders in there. Overall, definitely a success. Let's just work. And then we can work, and let's just work at 75 or so with our guys. So, Pierre Roland, Yes, we get to work with Pierre Roland. I'm honored. And it should be a group of 18. So maybe we can win with another breakaway. That'd be a little ridiculous, but I mean, we got 2 guys in there. I'm okay with it. Let's see what we can do. Here we are in Vaanardesh with 30 kilometers to go. Peloton is 74 riders. We have Olsen, the only guy out the back there. But we have 2 guys in the breakaway. There's Lafay, De La Parte, and Gesbert up the road, and 15. And it doesn't look like the breakaway is going to win today, so not another breakaway win, unfortunately for us. But we're still going to push with Robbie Hucker, why not? We have technically been caught, but Hucker doesn't know what that means. So we'll go again over the top here, try and make another little breakaway if we can. I don't know if it's going to work. They don't seem to want it to work. I want it to work. Come on, Hucker. Get a gap. You got this. Rebalkin on the wheel. And it looks like there's just a large group of riders that have just went with it. Wow. We got Mikel Nieve, Clark, Bennett, Sam Bennett, or no, not Sam Bennett, Sean Bennett, Mikel Gogol, and then it didn't work anymore, so we'll have to probably give up on the breakaway dream. But we're going to set up a train here. Vincent, Quintero, and then Jay McCarthy as our fastest finisher. And honestly, Rosetto should probably be in front. So we'll set it up. It's only Elie Gesbert out in front. We have 1 more of this big climb and then another smaller climb. And then the finish line. So see what we can do. Michael Gogol still in the front. Kevin Geniatz as well. Calmajan as we will catch Gesbert on the very lower slopes. Rosetto setting a high pace as our team seems to have a lot of energy. And Benoit Connefoy goes and we got to respond. Benoit Connefoy is strong enough to hold us off this whole way. He is the race favorite. And Fabio Follini, Simon Clark right on his case. We just lost our 2 guys with the lowest amount of energy very quickly, but Rebalkin continues to try and go. McNulty has been sensational this season. He tries something, but we calm it all down, and Alexei Rebalkin now leads this race with 97 riders in the field. All the big names right where they need to be. And that is the big climb. Rebalkin will start down the descent here. Jay McCarthy doesn't have the most amount of energy, but hopefully he can recover it. And Leo Vincent is always our backup plan, because he will have plenty. So, we've actually got a gap. McCarthy, stop. So, Rebalkin just kind of rode away there, which is strange. So we'll just make the other teams catch us. We're not doing anything different ourselves. Honestly, we'll put a little pressure on. Okay, but they will catch us. McCarthy will get right back. And there's only 32 riders now. That little move has split 24 riders off the back, which is very helpful. And Rebalkin is really going to put in an effort here to keep those 25 riders away. Nicholas Roach, who else? We have Ruben Guerrero as Paddy Bevan, some of the strongest there. Rebalkin just runs out of energy. So now it will be Lionel Quintero for us with Vincent and McCarthy in the wheels. So Lionel Quintero up this little climb, hits it hard out of the bat. Off the bat, I should say. That's the phrase. And Benoit Connefoy goes again. We can't have this. Okay, we're going to attack, and then McCarthy's just going to do his best to sit in. So Vincent and Diego Ulisi will try and gap the field here. See what we can do. Quintero, you protect Jay McCarthy. Vincent. And we are in a group of 7. So Leo Vincent will just not work. No one wants to work except for Connefoy. They go again. They go again. Vincent can't really do anything. He's just stuck. We just got to take Ulysses' wheel, to be honest. Jay McCarthy is going to have to go really early. Leo Vincent will probably end up settling for 7th here. yeah, that I think will be the result. Jay McCarthy looks like he'll get second out of the bunch, so he will also secure a top 10. So 2 top 10s for us, and we just didn't quite have the attacking power there, or the sprint really to keep up at the very end. But overall, a good race and 2 top 10s, I will take it. In what will be the last race of the episode, we have La Samin, which is a sponsor objective. Top 5 is what they want, and it is a very cobble heavy race. We have our pretty good cobble team. Begins Mathis isn't as good, but we have Nomea, Mikael Paluta, Miku Rime, Van Kiesbroek, and Vermote. So still a decent amount of good riders. But then again, there's Thijs Benoot, Søren Krag Andersen, Meudisse, and Florian Vermeersch. So this might be a difficult one, but hopefully we can get a good race day from Van Kiesbroek especially. He's probably our leader in this race. Let's see what we can do. So it is a good day for Guillaume Van Kiesbroek, which is great to see. He's got 74 cobbles. Nomea was 71 as well. Miku Man not looking as good. And also Miku Rime gained a sprint point. Yes, let's go. So Mathis will probably protect Van Kiesbroek. Sadly, Rime is on a pretty bad day. So it's probably going to be Jérôme Bagens. Hold on. I have to decide. Okay, we're going to go with Jérôme Bagens, and we're going to get Vermote in the breakaway. He is 76 Berider. He's kind of our breakaway man. It worked last time. Let's see if it can work again. Ludovic Robit and Ken Conter. I'll update you on how this whole breakaway thing turns out. So, very quickly, it was 15 riders, and those 15 riders have stayed away, which is very exciting. Ludovic Robit is the second best rider, so I think we are the strongest. If it comes down to it, maybe Robit, but we got a good chance if the peloton lets this group go, which is very exciting for Julien Vermote. Maybe he can get another breakaway result. Who knows? So here we are with 34 kilometers to go. In the breakaway, it is Julien Vermote and Yves Bert, who are just ahead of the other 7. It started as 15. Lots of guys have gotten dispatched on the cobbles, and we are caught. So it is now 9 riders. Van den Brande is trying to go. So there's going to be lots of attacks in the breakaway, but with only 50 seconds. I'm not too invested, and I don't think it is going to win, as any reasonable person would. But we'll keep Vermote working at 75, just cause. And we're about to start our train thing, if we can. But okay, Vermote is caught, so let's have him set up, and it's only Isbert up front, and it doesn't look like we're actually going to be able to get water, so we might just have to deal with that. And let's start the train anyways. We have Guillaume Van Kiesbroek as our leader for this race, and probably Jérôme Bagens honestly looks stronger than Nomea, at least at the moment. Miku Rime is dropped, and I don't know if he can come back. B&B Hotels, and also in a panic situation here. So, not good for either of us. So yeah, we won't get water, but we're going to do our best on this upcoming cobble section with Axel Nomea. Mikael Paluta can give his all with that last little bit. But it's Andrea Pascalon who's really hitting it with Tom de Vriend, Van der Sande, and Nico Dens. They are setting a very hot pace and reducing this to 72 riders. Rime, done. Mathis, totally done. And yeah, we're down in number. Timo Duzen gets blocked by Dries de Bont. Wow, Dries de Bont, a savage. But 15 kilometers to go. Let's see what we can do. Timo Duzen goes, again, 31 riders now in the group, so it's a really reduced field, and another cobbled section right here. Van Kiesbroek looks really good, so we're gonna pound it with Axel Nomea. on these couple of cobbled sections to try and reduce this group in numbers even more. It'll be hard to dislodge some of the main contenders like Tige Benut, but we will do our best. We will keep pushing on with Axel, Nomea, and now Jérôme Bagens, as some of the attacks maybe from Lawrence de Vries, they don't work, as there's one more cobbled section we might attack on with Guillaume van Kiersbroek, as he still has quite a bit of energy. 33 riders is the number we've settled on. We still have Tige Benut right where he wants to be, but Bagens honestly could probably do pretty well in this race himself, but we're going for Van Kiersbroek. We've committed ourselves, as its peloton is now back up to 50, but we're hoping to blow this race open soon. Niels Eekhoff trying to go, and honestly we're going to follow him. Let's try and go with Niels Eekhoff. Attack. Try and go with Tige Benut. Sunweb, or DSM, are trying to do the 1-2. Let's not let that happen. Let's make sure we're right there. Van Kiersbroek, stay where you need to be over this last section. We did probably burn a lot of our red bar there, as hopefully this race can calm down enough so that we have enough for a sprint. But Benot is going to win this race. Tige Benot attacks at the perfect moment. But honestly, a sprint coming from behind, no one seems to have much of an answer for Tige Benot. Van Kiersbroek is doing his best, but then Gianni Moscon out of nowhere takes it headed to Boyce Ruzen, and we will not get our top 5. It is a bit of a struggle for Reject Cycling Team today. Van Kiersbroek should not have tried to follow that tack. He should have just rode his own race, and he pays with 19th place, so that's a bit disappointing. Overall, the classics were a bit disappointing. We only got a 5th and a 7th as our results, so we're going to hope to do better in the next episode, because just don't have the best classics team. We couldn't get those good results, and our best was from a breakaway with Vermote, and my timing was just a little bit off that whole time. But anyways, it was Gianni Moscon who takes La Samin, and that will be it for the episode. Our highlight was 5th in Kuurne Brussels Kuurne by Julien Vermote. He is the best in this episode, for sure. And thank you for watching, as always. I've appreciated it a lot. We can look at our rankings. We have Benfato 7th overall, and as a team we are 3rd on Super Prestige. So even though we're not getting a ton of like big wins, we're 3rd in Super Prestige, so we're doing well enough. And I'm looking forward to Strada Bianca in the next episode. We have a couple other classics, and that will be the episode, probably the 6th. And then we have another classics episode, so lots of classics. In the meantime, we have lots of Belgian, French, and Dutch classics. Strada Bianca, that will be next episode. Anyways, thank you for watching so much, and I will see you next time.